Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to another edition of WWE. Basically, this is the first video I've done of 2017. Took a little bit of a break there just so to catch up on things out with of YouTube. But we're hoping from next week onwards we'll be back into schedule with TNA, frequently having videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. I don't feel these videos for WWE will be as often. I think we may move them to being fortnightly, just on the basis of it will take a bit of time to do the run up to the pay-per-views in between, the 3-4 weeks there. So because obviously the amount of time I'm going to get to play TW, that may slow down the progress with them. But I may look to do a lot more shorter videos in the case of, I might look at something to do with World of Sport. So we may look at a third save happening. I'm going to leave that to you guys, what you would prefer to see on the channel, which kind of company, if it would be like a World of Sport, or if you'd like to see something from the proper lowest level built up. Please let me know what you'd like to see, and we can see that happening in the channel in the future. But on to today's show, and this is of course WWE Extreme Rules. Of course we're into 2018 now, so we've progressed quite well. Don't have too many gimmick matches here. I think we've got a ladder match, we've got a cage match, and then the rest is just kind of multi-person matches, so they aren't really overdoing it with the stipulations you would get from WWE. But we've got a strong main event, we'll explain all the storylines as we go along. We're building for the future here, and really we'll explain a lot of the storylines as we kick on. The show coming from Phoenix, Arizona. Let's kick on and hope you enjoy the show, guys. So 49,000, and 33 fans in the Chase Field in Arizona. And we start off with a pre-show matchup that had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. And it saw the teams of Austin Aries, Dachi Hashimoto, Hayato Junior Fujita, Rhett Titus and Xavier Woods defeat the team of Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, Tommy Yen, Drew Galloway, and Derek Carter in 13:48 when the greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries, defeated Kurt Hawkins by pinfall with a 450 splash. C plus 71 here, just really putting people we couldn't get on the show and giving them a match up, putting over some baby faces that maybe need a bit of momentum in the case of AA. Drew Galloway is not suited to his gimmick, although Xavier Woods got a 73 performance, probably one of the better ones here. Rhett Titus with a 63, a 69 for Junior Fujita, 71 for Hashimoto, a 59 for Austin Aries, who's on the decline, 76 for Derek Carter, 61 for Drew Galloway, Tommy End with a 56, and Hawkins with a 56 as well, with Ryder's 66. So decent performances there, a lot of guys who are kind of mid-card, maybe they just need that one break to take them to the next level. Flying skills improvement for Zack Ryder, technical improvements for Austin Aries and Derek Carter, and also technical skills for Rhett Titus and Austin Aries improving, and performance skills, so not bad, but a fine line, improving with age is Austin Aries. But overall, a good show there in the pre-show, and hopefully leads on to a good pay-per-view. Which we start off with hyping our main event matchup, and it is a fatal 4-way match tonight as Roman Reigns defends the WWE Championship against not only John Cena, who's bidding for his 17th record-breaking championship reign, but also the Hollywood superstar The Miz and the monster Braun Strowman. So a B plus 88 here, hyping this up. At the announce desk, Corey Graves was pretty weak. They got the show off to a strong start, they got the crowd hotter, and the WWE Championship storyline advances with this segment. There were no skill improvements in this one, and a few negatives there, but overall, a good start to the show. Like Monday Night Raw, we start off with a segment in the ring, and it was in this case, it was Stephanie McMahon who's decided tonight we're going to have a number one contenderships match to freshen up the championship situation. So we're going to have Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler go at it one more time, with the winner facing the winner of the championship match tonight. That's our next pay-per-view. That's a B80, and the angle got the crowd a little bit hotter. Only negative was Stephanie's morale. Our opening contest was about that had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat, and it was the team of Mojo Rawley, everybody's favourite tag team, who defeated American Alpha, DIY and the Revival in a fatal 4-way tag team ladder match in 15 minutes and 14 when Bo Dallas retrieved the item or the titles. Mojo win the WWE World Tag Team titles. WTF. So a B83, a great matchup there for Mojo. That's how we try and push them to the next level. A 75 for Chad Gable, a 78 for Jason Jordan, 62 Mojo Rawley, a 77 for Bo Dallas, 71 for Johnny Gargano, 70 for Tommaso Ciampa, an 80 for Dash Wilder, absolutely phenomenal for him, and a 69 for Scott Dawson. This shows that these guys, with a bit more of a push, could potentially all make it to the main event in the future. A couple of improvements as well: Jason Jordan in flying, Rumble skills for Chad Gable and Bo Dallas, and technical improvements and performance improvements for Scott Dawson. Overall, I think the only negative in there seems to be the inconsistency, easy for me to say, of Jason Jordan. But a good opening match up there, and it showcases the talents that we have within our tag team division. Next up, it was our women's division, and it was a decent matchup, which saw Eva Marie defeat Bayley and Becky Lynch in 13:35 when Eva Marie defeated Becky Lynch by pinfall with a quick cradle. Eva Marie makes defence number 2 of the Women's Championship. She was a weak link here, but still put on a very strong performance. A B-73 here. Becky slowed down by injury still. Her and Bayley get 80 performances to Eva Marie's 70. And it continues the storyline between Becky and Bayley. So basically, Becky and Bayley have been at this big rivalry recently. The champion, Eva Marie's been dragged into it. She was put in a match up by Stephanie to defend it against both, and she's flicked the victory over Becky Lynch. There were no skill improvements here, and a few negatives there. Eva Marie's inconsistency, the booking decisions which will put Eva Marie over, and Becky for working with her injury. Next up, we've got Braun Strowman cutting a promo for the main event match. He's pleading his case. He says he's here to dominate. He came from the Wyatt family. He grew, he got stronger. He beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He's proven that this is his year. He's going to be the man in WWE. An A91 promo there as he pleads his case, and the storyline advances with this segment. Next up, it was a match-up for the ECW Heavyweight Championship. Basically, Shibata won it on the last broadcast against Gervais Cottonbelly. He has offered to defend it against any superstar, and it's Roderick Strong. Just thought that'd be a good match-up. And it was a decent match-up that saw Shibata defeat Roderick Strong in 15-14 by pinfall. Shibata makes his first defence. A B78 match-up here. Roderick Strong with a 70, Shibata with Roderick with 73, Shibata with a 70. No skill improvements, and a lot of negatives there for Shibata, but we'll keep trying to push him on. And after the match-up, they've been a little bit noisy in ECW. Basically, after they defeated Gervais, Shibata had to stare down with Luke Harper, and Luke Harper decides enough is enough. He wants revenge, and he beats the shit out of Shibata for what he did to Gervais Cottonbelly. So this is your big rivalry on ECW. Luke Harper and Katsushori, or how you pronounce it, Shibata. So B-74, a few negatives there. But again, because CM Punk has alienated Luke Harper from the dressing room, we have to use him sparingly on these kind of broadcasts, and he'll be on ECW. Next up was a women's #1 contendership match for the championship. Excuse me. And this obviously for the right to face Eva Marie. And it was about, they had some decent wrestling, but little heat. And it saw Alexa Bliss defeat Peyton Royce, Sasha Banks, and Mandy Rose in 10:52 when Alexa Bliss defeated Mandy Rose by pinfall. We did have Alexa versus Eva for a small time, but I think we're going to continue that program on a little bit more, get one more match out of them. A C+70 is a very decent matchup considering Peyton, Alexa, and Mandy are still gaining. Alexa with a 66 performance, Peyton Royce with 54, Mandy Rose with 50, and Sasha, being a boss, with 72. Alexa Bliss improves in her performance skills. A few negatives there, a lot of the ladies holding back, so this could have been a bit better. Just a shame it was a C+70, but still progress, and hopefully they can continue to get better. And after the matchup, Alexa wins, but Eva Marie and Becky Lynch have made up as both heels come down and they beat the crap out of Alexa to showcase that Eva is still the dominant woman in WWE. B-75 there, Becky came across very well. Next up, we've got Enzo and Big Cass, who are hyping a promo for their match up against the best friends, CM Punk and Kevin Owens. Unfortunately, Chris Jericho is on SmackDown, so he can't be with his best friend Kevin. But a B81 here, Big Cass not suited to the gimmick still, but the storyline continues and gained a bit of heat. A good promo there for Enzo and Big Cass. We then get the hype video just documenting basically the fact that both of them have picked on Enzo There's been a battle of words, and they've basically taken out Enzo, then taken out Big Cass, and this is a chance of revenge. It's a B plus 84, and the segment continues and gained heat, which is good to see. Matchup itself did disappoint a little bit. It was a good matchup that saw Kevin Owens and CM Punk defeat Enzo Amore and Big Cass in a cage match in 1904 when Kevin Owens escaped the cage. So a B79, basically telling a story here that Big Cass managed to get out. It left Enzo with CM Punk and Kevin Owens, and they just destroyed him before leaving the cage. Both Cass and Punk still not suited to gimmicks. An 81 for Big Cass, a 78 for Enzo. It's pretty decent actually for them. Punk with a disappointing 79, I think he's on the way out. And Kevin Owens with an 89, promising performance there from KO. Continues the storyline, although this will probably end it here. Big Cass improves technical skills, and Enzo in performance. But a few negatives there. Punk's quite unhappy, and the storyline was really lacking overness to get this match over as well. Next up, John Cena cuts his promo on Roman Reigns, just really documenting, this is his chance to make history. He says he's got backup. There's no way he doesn't leave here as the 17-time World Champion. So an A90 promo, John Cena improvised well, not suited to his gimmick, but he came across the star, and the championship match advances. Next up, it was a 6-way match for the United States Championship, and it was about that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd as Baron Corbin defeated Samoa Joe, the Machine Gun Carl Anderson, Cesaro, Kofi Kingston and Kalisto in 1744, when Baron Corbin defeated Kalisto by pinfall with the end of days. The more things change, the more they stay the same. The amount of times we've seen that happen in real life. But Baron Corbin makes the third defence of the United States Championship. No desire to take the title off him just yet. A disappointing B-76, although I do feel that's because of the lack of overness of not only a storyline in this purpose, but some of the wrestlers. Cesaro's getting better at his gimmick. Kofi is not suited to his, so I need to look at that. Cesaro with an 89, Samoa Joe with an 83, 78 for Carl Anderson, a phenomenal 94 for Baron Corbin, and a 70 for Kofi, and a 67 for Kalisto. Kofi improving in technical and performance. Technical improvement for Samoa Joe, performance for Carl Anderson, and flying for Baron Corbin. And as to be expected, a lot of negatives there. Actually, not actually too many, but the big one, of course, being that lack of hot associated storyline. I think if you get that, you take this match into a B, probably a B+, if I'm honest. It takes a big chunk of your rating out. If the fans don't really care, and it's just a match-up for the sake of a match-up. Next up, The Miz hypes his match-up in the main event against Roman Reigns. He says he's on the year of his life already. He beat The Rock at WrestleMania. He's a true Hollywood star in the WWE. He's the most must-see champion. And he's going to prove that he is the best WWE Champion when he defeats Roman Reigns, John Cena and Braun Strowman in our main event. So it's an A91 there, and the championship storyline advances. Our co-main event, of course, didn't really have a storyline, so that probably dropped the rating a little bit. But it was a superb matchup that saw great heat as well, and Seth Rollins defeats Dolph Ziggler in 1823, the Phoenix Splash. A B83, they've probably had a lot better ratings than a storyline, but Seth with 94 and Dolph with 89, they literally stole the show. Those performances. Ziggler improving Rumble skills, a few negatives again, the capped in penalisation for the short match length, and again with the lack of associated storyline. Leads us to our main event. Roman Reigns cuts a promo hyping the matchup with John Cena, Braun Strowman and The Miz. This gets an A94 because Roman is just bossing it. Roman Reigns is very poor when trying to improvise his dialogue, but he's just shown, he's been champion for pretty much a year. No one's going to stop him. 3 people may want his championship, but he's the big dog. He's the man. And he's going to show, he's the guy. Seth is the man. He's the guy. And he's not going to lose his championship or give it up without a fight. We then get the hype video for the matchup, which gets a B plus 88. The championship storyline advances. Again, just hyping up the feud these 4 men have went. Basically, the 3 of them teaming up on Roman Reigns and trying for one of them to take the championship away. And the matchup itself, drumroll please, will we get a good rating? Remains to be seen. And it flopped, no! But it was an exceptional matchup apparently. and it saw Braun Strowman defeat The Miz, John Cena, and Roman Reigns in 22:34 when Braun Strowman defeated The Miz by pinfall with a power slam. Braun Strowman wins the WWE Championship title. B82, which I'm absolutely gutted at. Cena with a gimmick it's not suited to him. A 96 from Roman Reigns, a 94 from Braun Strowman and The Miz, an 88 from John Cena. The championship storyline advances but lost heat. I think psychology may have played a factor here, but why did that flop so much? I'm so gutted at that all those performances clicked. No skill improvements. What's the negatives here? It's just the booking decisions. The booking decisions and Cena's declining physical ability. We did protect Roman Reigns in this match, but so gutted that I only got a B82 because I thought that'd steal the show, but we have jumped the gun. We have given Braun Strowman the championship. The era of the monster begins. But what does it mean for Roman Reigns? What does it mean for The Miz? And what does it mean for John Cena going forward? Well, to allow Braun Strowman to pin The Miz, with John Cena and Roman Reigns brawl out to the back, so their feud ain't going to end just yet. Disappointingly, this was only a B83, both men looking like a star or coming out as excellent. They two will go on and have a big mammoth war between them. When we finish the show, standing in the ring with the championship belt and a beard, Braun Strowman, your new WWE World Champion. So A90, Braun Strowman came across well, his gimmick's getting stale. That is the face of your new WWE Champion. WTF. Overall, a B plus 85, no specific comments were made about the show. This was one about pushing new stars. It's not an amazing show, again, it doesn't gain any pop anywhere, but it's putting over a new era of superstar. We can't keep relying on the same old faces, and hopefully, you guys maybe agreed with my decision to go with Braun for a bit, just to open up some new storylines moving forward. So we'll crack on with that. I think we'll give the thumbs up to CM Punk and Kevin Owens, just basically because we need to get their morale up. So we'll say they were good examples. Punk was pleased, as was KO. I think we now have a week to go before our next pay-per-view, which is going to be SmackDown. Let's say we'll probably see that within a fortnight on YouTube. Let's have a look, see anything here. Not NXT World at the weekend for our women's division. TNA have got a feud between Matt Sydal and MVP, and Batista is retiring. Might bring him back as a GM for the Bants. Yes, Baron Corbin's going to sign a new contract. Good man, that's fine. So we don't need to worry about his contract pay rise there. 2-year deal for Kurt Hawkins as he extends it, and we'll keep the contract for Sean Hernandez. We've got that many development companies. But he's there. So we're still looking to bring in, as I say, new contracts for Samoa Joe. Adam Cole makes the main roster. Same with Harry Smith and our own Liv Morgan. Gianna Daddio. But 49,000, the show got good reviews. ECW, that's going to go. We're still discussing with Joe compared with TNA, Dragon Gate, and New Japan. He's seriously consider more than one offer. So he's on 15k at the moment, 15,000 a month. 24,000 from New Japan, 28,000 from TNA, 24,000 from Dragon Gate. We're offering 3 years, but we're offering 32,000. I'm going no higher because he has, of course, 39 at the moment. Kurt Hawkins wants some momentum. 3.80 buy rate. Drugs test was 5k. John Cena loves Chad Gable. But overall, 154 million in the bank, 95 prestige, 87 momentum. Again, being an international company, we need to try and push on and get back to that global stage. No real pressure though, as I say, it's just for fun. But if we can get that global stage up, I'll be delighted. But if we can keep improving the way we're improving, it's all about having fun, making the superstars, and just changing the landscape with WWE. Next pay-per-view is not backstage, it's scheduled. There we go, will be next week, say Judgment Day, and that is your SmackDown pay-per-view. So hopefully that'll be up fairly shortly after this, probably in about a week or so. Time I book through the 4 shows. Yep, I'm booking 4 shows a week, Raw, SmackDown, ECW, and Ladies Night. Trying to get over as many superstars as possible. But that's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. What did you think of the booking decisions? Which matches do you feel like were very good, well thought out? Which matches disappointed you? Is there any kind of pushes that you're maybe a bit bemused at? Is there any pushes you're enjoying? Is there anyone else you'd like to see you feel that should be pushed in the future? But let me know what you thought of the show. what you think of the series as a whole, how you've booked WWE yourself. Let me know how you're getting on. Because obviously this mod was way before the Cruiserweight Classic, so if you've got a show recently with the Cruiserweight Classic guys, let me know how you booked them. As always, guys, if you enjoyed it, please don't be afraid to leave any comments regarding this. Say any likes, subscriptions, and all that jazz. They're all deeply appreciated. Shares, I don't know, likes on Twitter, whatever. Anything is all deeply appreciated. If you do want to get involved in the TW hype, I can continue to only stress the Grey Dog Software forums, the games there, the demos there, all the help and advice is there, and the Fantasy Booker subreddit. A lot of great guys there, good wee community, a lot of advice, a lot of other bookers there with their content, plus guides to databases. You know, Mildy's get his new database up there. Check that out. Some guy, fellow Scotsman, and you've got a lot of guys there with good discussion, good graphics, you name it. These guys will help you out a mile. So definitely recommend those guys. But as always, guys, keep enjoying the game. We're into the second year of TW 2016 since we're in 2017. Let's just try and make this company thrive the way WWE seems to be going. So thanks always for watching, guys. If you end up have watched Wrestle Kingdom, I believe that'll be earlier before this is released. Hopefully it's a good show. I'll probably catch it, as I say, just after this goes live, probably Wednesday evening. So hope if you watch it live, you have a good show. And until next time, catch you later. Bye bye.